Okay, it's the morning after. I spent all day filming Adam LZ. And surprisingly, my car parts came in early, so I'm going to start on this thing early. It's literally like 7 a.m. Thursday. And I plan to drive this car home and pick up an engine on Sunday. Very careful. One time I dipped my ponytail into the nasty. It's weird though. People, like couple weeks after that, they were like, "Man, your hair looks good." So, Volkswagen diesel oil, I guess it's good for something. It's Thursday still. It's like 4:30 and I have to go home. I had an hour today to get what I could done. I got the top mount for the transmission done, and I was like, that's it. I still have the lower transmission mount. I have to put the throttle body back together, and I have to do an oil change, fuel filter, air filter, all that good stuff. I have a little bit of time tomorrow after work. I'll try and get that lower transmission mount done, and maybe I'll get my car done tomorrow, which would be nice, because then that gives me time to actually clean the floor, because it kind of made a mess when I cleaned my intake out. I didn't quite get as much as I wanted done today, but I knew I was going to be really pressed for time, so I'll just keep chipping away at it. And then eventually, hopefully, if this all goes according to plan, by the end of this video, you'll see me sticking an engine into the back of that thing. Good evening, it's 1:45 in the morning, and I'll be skateboarding home because I left my keys in my toolbox at work. And, oh yeah, by the way, it's raining. Okay. Time to knock out these motor mounts. Last night was terrible. I got to sleep at probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. I slept through all my alarms last night. I was late to work this morning. I worked all day. And now hopefully I'm gonna make this thing run. That just slung oil all over me. Freaking diesel. I don't know if that might have gotten on my camera. Gross. Yeah, don't buy these. Oof, that's kind of scary. What's really funny is that I always try to sell this car to other Volkswagen owners just to watch their reactions and be like, oh, no, I don't want that piece of junk. And I'm like, you own a Volkswagen. It's like the same thing. Alright. My junky motor mount. This is like the factory one. The one that I got is actually like, it's a little bit stiffer than stock. Ugh, that was disgusting. I would like to give a special shout out to Kerma TDI. They really made this possible. All of these parts that I'm putting on my car I ordered from Kerma. And they're a really awesome company. I ordered things like second day air, and they literally show up like the next day. It's awesome. If you have a diesel, I know I was just complaining about how terrible they are, but like if you have a diesel, you should consider buying your stuff from Kerma because they have quality parts. I'm so over this car. Now I just gotta put the battery box back in, the dust cover back on the wiring harness. So I'm reusing this O-ring. I'm going to put a tiny bit of RTV gasket maker stuff on it. So you don't use a lot. You don't need a lot of RTV, just a tiny bit. Bye, orange. The plate is not symmetrical, so line up the logo towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Bolt, washer, and spacer in the bottom hole and get it started. I just installed this, I guess they call it a dog collar clip from Kerma. I don't know if you can read that or not. This is Kerma TDI. But it basically just holds the turbo manifold in there because this had play in it from this factory C-clip thing. And that solves the problem by adding these little things, and it just goes in right where your throttle body bolts to and whatnot. So that works. I guess I should hook up my throttle. Oof, I probably should have done this before I hooked that hose on there because it's like way up under there. Yeah, this is just dumb. Don't put your throttle body on without hooking on this plug first. Okay, next clean out this, clean out my crankcase vent tube, spray this out with brake clean, air compressor, blow it out, whatever. This is kind of dangerous because you don't want this stuff going into your engine because it'll probably blow your engine up. So it's always a good idea to just dude, really? Look. I don't know if you saw that, but this literally just snapped off. Like, my air blower now has a dirt bike clutch lever instead of a real lever. Crankcase vent. Now it's time to put this on and put some oil in it, change the fuel filter. I feel like the bottom hose is way more difficult to hook up, so I'm going to do that one first. To reach way up in there, and I got to get that turbo manifold stuck back on to the turbo. Never fails. I gotta blind myself first before I use one of these lights. How does this go? Oh, I see. Can't even get my pliers on here. Stupid hose clamp is so tight that I had to like take it and put it on this thing. Please don't fly off, please don't fly off, please don't fly off. This sucks. I need like a little key ring or a piece of wire or something to slide over these pliers and lock them out. So I made a little loop out of some welding wire, and I'm going to take the pliers and squeeze the handles together, and then I'm going to slide this little loop that I made, don't drop it into my face, onto those pliers. Dude, why is it being so difficult? Finally. Don't do that. Shit. This is not going back on. Ugh. Okay. So, I'm officially done under here. I just hit my elbow on the jack. That hurt. There we go. Ugh, my hands hurt. Disgusting. That's the worst oil filter I think I've ever changed in this car. Does it matter which way this goes? Oh, yes, okay. There's some O-rings on here. There we go. One. There's two. Oh my god. I lost that one. Stick this on here. don't want to crank that down too tight. I have done that before and it is not fun to have to like deal with. So oil filter done. Got one more bolt that's got to go down in there. And it looks like there's like no way to get to it. I kind of just want to leave it off, but I know I shouldn't do that. Go back under the car. This thing is disgusting. Okay, yeah, nope, that's not happening. Can't do anything from down there. How did I get this bolt out? Oh God, I don't want. I was about to say, oh my God, I almost dropped that, but I didn't. And then I dropped it. And I dropped it again. Hand stop. Right back at it. Oh my God. I have no idea how I did that. Yes! It started. How would anyone own this car? I want you to see what I'm doing. You can't even see it. You can barely even see what I'm doing. But I'll have a wrench in my hand somehow. Mass airflow. I'll plug that in. Alright, buttoning stuff up. Whatever. Okay, so fuel filter, battery, and then we're good. Well, and I also have cleared the codes from the ECU. Because it's a diesel, and you're supposed to fill the filter up with diesel first. I would never ever do this, but since I'm kind of like don't have anything here except off-road diesel, and I can't legally put that in my car, I'm going to open this water drain. I'm going to let this diesel that's in this old filter drain into the new one, because otherwise I'll be here all night trying to prime my fuel system. Okay, that's probably good. Good enough. What is happening? Okay, so I got the battery box installed, I got the fuel filter done. Now I need to purge my fuel system and clear out the old codes. Alright, all system scan. Do you want to execute? Yes. So scanning in process. This is going to take a while. Ah, what a relief. Okay, cool. Can't wait to drive this thing. I made it home. Well, Gainesville home. I gotta get packed. I'm happy, my car runs. Here we are again. I'm closing the bar. It's like 3:30 in the morning because it's Saturday, and that's normal for a Saturday. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. It's 3:30. So, I've been awake for 22 hours. I've had 3 cups of coffee. I'm all packed up. And I'm ready to take this beaut up to North Carolina. And I know, I talked a lot of crap about this thing in this video. But ultimately, it's gonna take me to where I need to go. And that's really what counts. Yes. It's time to go on a road trip. I'm ready. don't know if you can see that because, well, obviously I still have a check engine light, but my trip meter is at 0. And at the end of this, I'll show you how far it is for me to go from basically my house in Gainesville to my house in Waynesville. Also, fun fact, on hour 23 now of sleep deprivation, and thought I should mention that I worked 67 hours this week between 2 jobs. That's not including any of the time I spent working on this, like this car. I don't know what I'm trying to prove. Maybe that I'm insane. Sun's out, car's running. I had to stop at a rest area and sleep. And I was more tired than I thought I'd be, but still on my way. I had to pull over on the side and park because it's very cold in here. Because this car is like cold nature to begin with, and because it's running cold, it's cold. If I go with the heat on for like too long, the temperature of the car like drops down from like operating temperature to like just bad. Whatever. So, a little change of scenery here. I stopped for fuel a minute ago at that place, right over there, and when you come out of there, you can only go southbound, so I had to like go up that way, and I was really tempted to go that way and go up this road that's called Dark Ridge, and it's kind of fun. It's okay, like it's more scenic than it is like a good driving road. There's like one really sharp hairpin that I wreck my motorcycle in, because it's always full of gravel and chat. But I'm here. I made it. This has been like a stressful week, and I got 2 hours of sleep at that rest stop. Crazy. Look, a rainbow! There's a rainbow falling on my hometown. Aww. That's fun. Alright, no one's here. Cool, great. Oh, crap. This is it. It's Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna unwrap one of my presents early. Which is fine, because it's not really a present that someone got me, it's a present that is from me to me, so yeah. And it's this thing. Oh, what is it? Why do I have the feeling I'm going to take this off and there's going to be more saran wrap? See? More saran wrap. Urgh! Alright. I'm just going to time lapse this because this is ridiculous. Yay! Merry Christmas to me! That's the beauty that's going to be powering my car. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, this is gonna be fun when I finally get this together, but it's gonna be work. Like no lie, this is going to be work. I'm gonna have to make a little engine stand for this thing so I can stick it in the back seat of my car. I think the way I'm gonna do it, just go off of like the engine mount spots and take like a piece of metal and go down and then across the bottom and then back up, and then the same thing on the bell housing, down, across, and back up. And then I'm just gonna put like a piece of plywood or some like 2x4s or something on the bottom of it so that I can like pick it up or whatever. I really like to use like something like this, some slotted angle. That way I don't have to like really drill holes that much. And if I need to like make any of these bigger, I could just do it with like a handheld drill. And I'm gonna have to make some spacers because some of the bolts have like a little shank on them. Alright, let's get fabricating. Close enough-ish, close-ish, whatever. Alright, that's good. This one, I guess that goes on the driver's side of the block. It's a little trickier than that one. That one's just a simple 1, 2, 3. This one is like a 1, 2, 3 with a bend in it. This is what's going to hold the engine. Now I just need to cut a piece of plywood and stick it on the bottom of that thing, and then I'm going to load it in the back of my Volkswagen. Engine stand's done. Moving the engine and the engine hoist around the house, so I'm putting my car. Even though my dad has every tool in the world, he doesn't have like a 12-point stupid Volkswagen fastener to take my door off. Alright, I think I found something. I did. I spoke too soon. My dad does have every tool in the world. There's a Toyota 20R in the back of my car. I still got plenty of clearance. We're still good to go. It's not like hoopty sagging. So, alright, next stop Florida. Just gotta get the old bits and pieces, my carburetor, some other stuff, and then do the Christmas thing tomorrow and hit the road. Yeah, sorry I didn't get the end of us loading it into the car. The camera died. So I did as best I could, but what can you do? There is an engine in my back seat. I'm pretty sure you can see that. I guess that kind of makes my car mid-engine. That's pretty cool. Have a mid-engine Volkswagen for like a couple days. I'm headed back to Florida. I got a lot of driving ahead of me. When I get back, I'll just get started on this build and put this into the car it's going into. Well, I made it back to Gainesville, and I kind of have a confession to make. I actually didn't drive my car 1,000 miles. 989.2. Close enough. Whatever. That was fun. Sorry I didn't have a lot of energy in the first part of the video. I was literally exhausted. I don't think I've ever sleep deprived myself that much in anything I've ever done. Even like when I went to college and I would study for exams and cram. But I'm back in Gainesville. I made it. The car made it. And the engine made it. I would show you what it's going in, but I don't want to show you because it's dirty and it's just not a good angle. You'll just have to stay tuned for that. Hopefully it'll be cool. The Volkswagen made it. Very happy about that. And I did a lot of complaining about this car, but at the end of the day, at least it's not a Prius. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Till next time, peace out.